Crime Stoppers has always been a program that encourages public participation in crime solving, and the Columbia-Boone County branch has served the community for more than 40 years. Board members recently began sharing a QR code to make it easier for people to share what they know anonymously. Part of their goal is to help solve murder cases that have gone cold. KMU8's Evie Allen takes a closer look at 2 unsolved murders in Columbia.
This red phone has been the hallmark of Crime Stoppers, symbolizing the confidential nature of the tip line. It also means hope for the families of murder victims waiting for justice. I sat down with 2 Columbia families who lost loved ones to gun violence, but their cases have gone unsolved. While investigations into the deaths of Rickie Dunn and Danielle Marine remain open, their loved ones are pleading to the community, hoping someone will come forward. This is Rickie Dunn's story.
Look, my red bird. Oh, see, I told you. I didn't make that up. Red bird.
I mention the red bird. Every time I see the red bird, I think about Rick.
It's been nearly 11 years since the Dunn family lost their beloved Rickie, affectionately known as the Peacemaker.
He always tells people you don't know how much time you have. Best thing to do is squash it, get along.
He's number 5 out of 7 children to Iona and James Dunn Sr. James Dunn Jr. didn't want to be seen on camera, but he says he admired his brother.
He was a beautiful, beautiful man. And I don't call him a man beautiful. But my brother, he was special. He was one of a kind.
The father of 3 was a football star at Hickman High School, his son following in his footsteps.
Him and his son is Ricky, too.
Rickie's sister Pamela Dunn Williams shares a photo of Rickie in 2014.
When he walked around with that beautiful smile, he made other people smile.
But no one could have imagined it would be his last photo.
The last time that I heard his voice was when they came in from St. Louis and it was raining there, and I was standing in the doorway and he hollered up, "I brought him home safe." That was the last time that we communicated.
According to a police report from 2014, on Sunday, November 30th, Columbia police were called to the 1400 block of Illinois Avenue just before 2:30 a.m. When officers arrived, they found 2 people with gunshot wounds. The 18-year-old was treated for his injuries, while 40-year-old Rickie Dunn was pronounced dead at the hospital.
The doctor told me that they couldn't do anything, and it was quite hard to tell my family because they just went to pieces. Nobody could, believe, not Rick.
To add to their pain, the family says they don't have a clear understanding what exactly happened that early morning, and no one has been arrested.
The only thing that I know is what his girlfriend said at the hospital, that he was looking for his daughter, and he thought she was at the party. This here fella came up to the car there, and he was mouthing off, and he used the B word for his girlfriend. And Rick had told him not to be talking that way, and he smarted off. And the next thing, he was out cold. And I don't know, they said somebody else came up with a gun and shot another kid that was standing close to Rick, and shot Rick.
We're just going by hearsay because, like I said, the police, nobody really ever came to us and said, this is what, we're just going by what hearsay of people.
Since Rickie's case is still open, Lieutenant Matt Graymore says police cannot release any more information at this time.
I know that there was multiple people that were there that in theory should have seen what happened. To have someone come forward that was one of those people that saw that could be absolutely huge for that case.
Columbia has 16 unsolved homicides that date back to the 1980s.
Anybody that has information about any case could be crucial, and they might not realize how crucial it is. And the information that they could hold could be the missing piece that we don't have.
Graymore says CPD has 4 homicide detectives and 1 that works cold cases, but also carries a different caseload. In the times her caseloads go down, with the ebb and flow of crimes, she's able to work on those cold cases.
There's a process that we have that we went through just recently in the last 5 years, if I remember right. We went through every cold case that we have going back into the 1980s. And we evaluated all the evidence that we had for every one of those cases and basically scored them on the new technology that's available in DNA, if there was something that we could test that would be productive. And that's a time process. Like, it's a very intensive method of going through all the reports. One case alone could have, millions of documentation on what happened.
Graymore believes people are just not comfortable going to police.
The idea that you're staying safer by not telling the police what happened is actually quite the opposite of the truth, because these people that do these crimes are allowed to continue doing their business.
Crime Stoppers provides a way for witnesses to share information without revealing their identity.
My name is John Fields. I am the board president for Columbia-Boone County Crime Stoppers.
Fields says he wants to make sure that people understand every call to this red phone is anonymous.
All they want is answers. All they want is somebody to remember them, think about their loved ones that they've lost.
Before joining Crime Stoppers in 2016, Fields spent 11 years as an Air Force security policeman and 13 years as a Boone County Sheriff's deputy before retiring in 1997. When Fields met with the Boone County Community Against Violence, an advocacy group Pamela is part of, he made the families a promise.
I'm not going to sit and tell them that I am going to solve them, but I said if we get one solved, I'm going to work harder to get another one solved, because they need to have some closure, and they haven't got that yet.
If people don't want to call Crime Stoppers, the new QR code is another way to share information confidentially.
It is manned 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
In the meantime, the family continues to cry out to the community.
I am asking everybody, can you help us, my brother, Rickie Dunn, get this over with?
To know that you would give the family conference just a little bit of something, but we have nothing.
If you have any information regarding the murder of Rickie Dunn, you can help by calling CPD or 573-875-TIPS or scan the QR code on your screen. Field says it is secure and will not capture your IP address. If your tip leads to an arrest, you can receive a reward of up to $2,500. Tonight at 10 p.m., we'll hear from the family of Danielle Marine, who was killed in 2019. Tonight, we're taking a closer look at 2 unsolved murders in Columbia. The families, law enforcement, and Crime Stoppers, with updated technology, are hoping someone will come forward to help solve these murders. In Part 1, we looked at the case surrounding 40-year-old Rickie Dunn, who was shot and killed in 2014 at the 1400 block of Illinois Avenue. In Part 2, KMU8's Evie Allen sits down with the family of 36-year-old Danielle Marine. Marine and her friend, Antonio Houston, were both killed in 2019, and the Marine family says it was a case of mistaken identity.
My daughter should have been back. I had some cookies, some candy.
A visit to Vanita Ann Marine's house is like going to Grandma's, smiles and hospitality. But this isn't the first time KOMU has spent time with Vanita, who prefers to go by Ann. We first met Ann in 2019, a time when a smile was hard to muster.
I just lost my baby.
She was a grieving mother who just lost her youngest daughter, Danielle.
Very giving person. Oh my God. She was so much into helping and giving people's where she never really thought of herself, because she was like, she just wanted people to be happy. And I think she got that from me, because I'd be like, if you're happy, I'm happy.
According to a 2019 news release from Columbia Police Department, on September 22nd, around 3:10 a.m., police responded to the area of McKee Street and Rice Road for reports of shots heard. When they arrived, officers found 2 people with gunshot wounds on a lawn in the 2100 block of McKee Street. Both were transported to the hospital.
I had gotten a phone call, and it told me that Danielle got shot, and she was with someone else, but they didn't know who he was. I'm like, what?
Police identified the pair as 36-year-old Antonio Houston and 33-year-old Danielle Beverly Mae Marine. Neither survived.
When the police came and told me, I said, is she gone? He was like, yes. I said, do y'all know who did it? He was like, no, but we do know it was a misidentity.
Danielle had just moved back to Columbia from Dallas, Texas, and just 18 days before her 34th birthday.
2 weeks in coming here, she was murdered. 2 weeks.
The 6-year anniversary of their murders is coming up. Another year rolling by, and still no arrests.
She left behind 3 children that really miss her, like, every day.
If you come here,
Danielle's sister, Rickie Marine, took me to the residence she says her sister and Antonio were killed at.
you see the holes right here on this right here. This is my first time being this close to this house.
Rickie was still living in Texas when she got the call about Danielle.
It still don't feel real, and it is.
Seeing the bullet holes is a devastating reminder of that early morning.
I'm strong, and I have noticed myself being stronger than most. But I know I can't bring her back.
Rickie says her sister and Antonio were just 2 friends visiting someone at a home.
Somebody knows something to know to come here when they walking out of this house.
Me and my photographer decided to go back to the residence to talk to the people that live there.
Hello.
Hi, my name is Evie Allen with KOMU Rate. The resident asked us not to reveal their identity, so we disguised their voice. They said they recently moved into the home and didn't know Danielle or Antonio. Nor did they know about the bullet holes on the home until after they moved in.
I did catch a bullet May of last year after I moved in here. A straight bullet comes through my 14-year-old daughter's bedroom.
Because the case is an open investigation, police have not said if any of the older bullet holes are from the 2019 shooting.
I would love for somebody to come forward with any information, I mean anything. That's a tough case. My name's Matt Graymore. I'm a lieutenant with the Criminal Investigations Division. I oversee all of the sergeants and detectives in the Criminal Investigations Division, and I've been with the department since 2005.
Lieutenant Matt Graymore says calling Crime Stoppers with new information will help them move the case along.
I haven't forgotten. And no one here has forgotten. And it's not a sense of not caring about the case. It's more of we have cases that we can push forward and we have cases that we can't. And that's not easy to explain, and it's not easy to understand. And I recognize all of that.
Crime Stoppers Board President John Fields says not as many people are using the hotline because they are afraid.
So if a person doesn't want to talk to a live person, they can scan that QR code and they can put their information in. They can even download videos.
Everyone I spoke to says being labeled a snitch is also a reason people don't come forward.
But the problem is that when you have that mentality, that's how you have killers that are left unchecked, that don't get arrested, that they never see, a day in court. And because of that, they're allowed to continue that behavior. So your violent crime actually increases when people don't talk about it.
Justice have to be served. Are you going to let them keep doing what they're doing and getting away with it?
If you know something, speak up. If you know something, help us as a family. Help us as a one.
No matter what, Fields and Graymore will continue to seek justice for the families.
I can't think of a better way to spend my time in a career than to try to do something that meaningful.
When I'm not thinking about things that I have to do at work or thinking about things with my family, I'm thinking about what we can do to help get their cases solved.
And that can give the Marine family hope.
And not just for my daughter. For every unsolved crime that's out here. It needs to be done.
If you have any information about the murders of Danielle Marine, Antonio Houston, or Rickie Dunn, you can contact CPD or Crime Stoppers, either by phone or the QR code. Field says it is secure and will not capture your IP address. If your tip leads to an arrest, you can receive a reward up to $2,500. You won't have to testify. You can find more information on our website, KOMU.com. Reporting with a closer look, Evie Allen, KOMU 8 News.
Once you scan the QR code, you'll find a form to fill out, including an area where you can anonymously upload video.